can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time?
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex.
But they can't make money off the royal family.
That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us.
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
She's using it in private with her friends. That's even weirder than if they were still trying to milk the titles in public.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
That is just like all the confirmation that I need that this woman is just obsessed with being a royal, that is all this was all about.
These emails are so that when my children are of age, they can come to me and say, oh my God, you loved us so much. It's me. That she's angry that she screwed the pooch by claiming racism and basically getting kicked out of the family. She just can't give up the HRH titles that quickly. Like, this is literally what she has always wanted.
He's a duplicitous, self-centered, vile, disloyal hypocrite.
You know, I mean, she used to be on Deal or No
infiltrated?
Deal.
And now,
Yeah,
you can't.
yeah. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the briefcases.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. And did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
Joe Rogan recently unleashed a wave of criticism against Meghan Markle during his podcast, accusing the Duchess of Sussex of fabricating her royal persona for public attention. Rogan suggested that Markle's mannerisms and behavior dramatically changed after marrying Prince Harry, indicating that she adopted a more regal and orchestrated demeanor to fit into her newfound status.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
He highlighted her public appearances and podcast moments as inauthentic, particularly pointing out her exaggerated emotional displays, which, according to Rogan, seemed heavily staged and disconnected from genuine emotion. He further alluded to rumors about Meghan's past, including allegations of her association with figures like Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew, connections that have largely been scrubbed from the internet, yet continue to fuel speculation about her rise to prominence.
Now, the king can end this feud, but not by shaking hands with this treacherous little weasel, but by stripping him and his wife of the royal titles that they love to use for commercial gain without doing any of the work.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
These two never stop going on global media to trash the royal family and the monarchy, and each time they do it, they chip away at the mystique and the magic and the popularity, and that's why I despise them for what they're doing.
This controversial claim added fuel to ongoing skepticism surrounding her motivations, with Rogan hinting that her climb to royal status was far from innocent. Further intensifying the criticism, Rogan discussed Meghan Markle's public emotional breakdowns during podcast appearances, accusing her of manipulating public perception through staged crying fits.
Make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
So why did you say yes to doing this show? Because it's you.
A resurfaced clip showed Meghan boasting about her ability to cry on command, casting doubt on the authenticity of her tearful podcast moments. Body language expert Scott Rouse even weighed in, analyzing her facial expressions and gestures, pointing out inconsistencies that suggested her emotional displays were more theatrical than genuine.
When you were saying, like, do you want to just do like cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of like, okay, great, let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that and nobody acts like that, because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
His observations ignited online debates as viewers dissected Meghan's nonverbal cues, questioning whether her struggles were real or merely well-rehearsed performances. Amidst these accusations, Meghan was spotted signing gifts with the title Her Royal Highness, despite having officially stepped back from royal duties and forfeiting the right to use that title.
Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
What do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise them.
That's why a lot of these celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
There was a sex tape about her.
And I saw it. And in the tape, she's performing a sex act on him that's unbelievable.
This act triggered widespread backlash, with critics accusing her of clinging to royal status for social and commercial influence. Many viewed her actions as delusional, branding her obsession with royalty as a desperate attempt to maintain relevance. Polls in the United Kingdom reflected this sentiment, with a significant majority advocating for Harry and Meghan to be permanently stripped of their titles to prevent further exploitation.
There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
While she never stops whining.
I'm searching for something to like about her, and it's so hard.
But I just can't stand her. I just think she's such a phony.
If you don't like her, it's not your fault. It's because she's extremely unlikable.
All the young women in particular who work for her quit in tears. She so wore them down and was so nasty.
She has the non-it factor. It's amazing. She's actually good at this.
Rogan also touched on Meghan's rebranding of her lifestyle brand from American Riviera Orchard to As Ever, which quickly backfired due to legal conflicts with existing businesses and accusations of logo plagiarism. Observers criticized the rebrand as another attempt by Meghan to cling to the spotlight, with limited product releases selling out almost instantly, raising suspicions of manufactured scarcity to drive hype. Critics slammed the venture as a blatant cash grab, further tarnishing her public image. Meanwhile, Meghan's Netflix projects, including her podcast and a controversial bath salt recipe, faced severe backlash. Her bath salt product allegedly caused a Maryland woman to suffer burns and ulcers, leading to a potential $10 million lawsuit. This incident, coupled with her podcast's decline in the charts, fueled narratives that Meghan's ventures are more focused on profit than genuine connection with her audience. Additionally, Rogan revisited long-standing speculation about Meghan's past, including claims that she worked as a yacht girl, attending exclusive parties hosted by wealthy elites. Allegations resurfaced, linking her to Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew during yacht events, casting shadows over her rise to prominence. While definitive evidence remains elusive, the narrative reignited public debate, amplifying suspicions around her calculated rise to royal status. Joe Rogan and his guest went on to scrutinize Meghan's highly publicized podcast appearances, noting her exaggerated emotional expressions and seemingly staged vulnerability. Critics resurfaced a video where Meghan jokingly demonstrated her ability to cry on command, casting further doubt on her sincerity. Rogan questioned the authenticity of her tearful displays, arguing that her emotional breakdowns seemed strategically timed for maximum sympathy and media coverage, suggesting that Meghan's displays were more calculated than heartfelt. In addition to her public appearances, Meghan's attempts to maintain royal status despite leaving the UK were heavily criticized. Recent polls indicated that 97% of respondents believe King Charles should formally strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles, accusing them of exploiting their former status for financial gain. Rogan's guest argued that Prince William is poised to take action once he becomes king, determined to protect the monarchy's reputation from the Sussexes' ongoing controversies. Meghan's victim narrative was also called into question, with Rogan suggesting that her public persona is crafted to generate sympathy and maintain relevance. He pointed out how her media appearances often focus on her personal struggles, yet her actions consistently contradict her words. Critics argued that her narrative of victimhood is part of a broader strategy to manipulate public perception and sustain her public image, despite growing skepticism from audiences. Finally, Rogan concluded by highlighting how Meghan and Harry's continued criticism of the royal family has eroded the monarchy's mystique and reputation. He argued that their media-driven controversies and branding choices seem more aligned with self-promotion than genuine advocacy. Rogan framed Meghan's calculated rise to fame as less about love and more about strategic positioning, leveraging royal connections to secure her place in Hollywood while exploiting her title for financial and social gain. The relentless pursuit of media attention and controversial business ventures, according to Rogan, reveal a deeper obsession with control over the narrative, further alienating them from the British public and the royal institution they once belonged to.